Well, all right.
Here we go.
Pop open a cold one here.
Wow, that was almost a fail. I was waiting for that to go worse, but you saved it, so credit to you.
Never waste a drop, but
It's like you've done this before.
yeah. Well, we're getting fucked up this episode because we only got 2 views last episode.
So you know what that means?
No one's watching
The gloves are off. We
Yeah,
can say
yeah.
whatever we want.
because we know no one's listening. There's zero expectations.
The earth is flat.
2 views. Was one of them you?
I have hemorrhoids. Yeah, and my mom probably.
Yeah.
She watches it.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch it either.
No, I don't fucking watch our episodes. I don't want to hear our voices.
Sometimes I want to hear my voice.
As you go to sleep, you like record something and just play it back at night, and so you can dream about yourself.
No, actually both views were me.
Okay. Stupid. All right. Raiders football.
So it's preseason week 1. We had joint practice with the Rams this past week.
Fuck the Rams. Gloves coming off. I told you. Look out. Fucking anything goes this week.
So do you always hate the Rams, or is it just this week because we're playing?
Listen, you know what? I feel for every single New Orleans Saints fan. They didn't deserve to belong in the Super Bowl last year. I'm still angry about that play. I just don't like it when you have these authoritarian refs who you can't question. I'm just getting too deep. Fuck it.
Wow.
Gloves are off. You can't question their judgment, even though you know they're wrong. And, like, my heart goes out to those Saints fans. Rams didn't belong in the Super Bowl. And guess what? They're only like gloves off. They're like they're like a 5-hour drive, from Oakland. California's our state, right? They don't belong. Leave. Actually, we're the ones leaving, but
yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, the rules actually changed this year. You know that, right?
Yeah, you have the you can challenge, right?
Yeah, you could challenge pass interference calls now.
Whoop-de-doo. Thanks a lot. Could have used that last year.
Didn't help the Saints.
Nope.
But yeah, so we also had the episode of Hard Knocks allowing us to see that joint practice and kind of how it unfolded. We saw the tweets ahead of time, so
all the tweets.
We had a little bit of an idea. Day 1, they struggled pretty badly, and but day 2 they came back around. They made some plays, as
told very dramatically in that minute and a half long montage in Hard Knocks.
How'd you feel about episode 2?
It was better than episode 1.
So much more football.
It was.
I was really happy.
I know you're a football guy. You like the sport of football.
I like seeing them do football stuff.
Yeah,
and like failing and getting the coach yelling at them and shit like that. That's what I'm watching.
I think I've seen pretty much all the previous seasons of Hard Knocks. Maybe give 1 or 2 seasons. Have you seen them all?
This is my first season.
Okay, wow. Well, breaking your Hard Knocks cherry. Usually the first episode is like getting their bearings, because I feel like they're just trying to figure out who's who at camp, who are the personalities, what are the storylines. So I feel like in the past, episode 1's always been a little bit more rough around the edges. Mm. And then, as the season goes on, they figure out, oh, these are the personalities we need to follow, and these are the storylines.
Yeah, I was thinking it must be really hard just collecting clips of every single guy based off of their name or jersey.
They watch 400 hours a week of footage
and then retroactively going and changing the episode storyline based off of someone getting cut, because you can't predict that, right? So I was thinking,
unless it's Ronald Ollie, right? Because you can that fat fuck's not going to make week 2.
They kind of got lucky in that regard with Ronald Ollie, because he, he was kind of a.
Is that his name, Ronald? Fuck it, we're calling it. He doesn't even fucking matter. He didn't even make the first preseason game. Fuck him.
Yeah, so let's stop talking about the production value of Hard Knocks. But in the I guess in the game itself, we saw the result of the game. The Raiders beat the Rams, and
massacred. Thanks to Nathan,
it's not that it matters.
The GOAT Peterman.
So it's an exhibition game. No one really fucking cares whether you win a preseason game or not. But I think that there were good things to take out of that game.
Yeah, no, sure. I mean, the defense only gave up 3 points, so that's a plus, right? Something went right there.
Yeah, I think that the defense played well. Usually this time of year you're not seeing defenses in the preseason doing very complicated shit.
Yeah.
they're not showing what's in the cookie jar. So
We
to
get to
speak.
see though the raw talent.
Yeah,
of
yeah, exactly.
these guys, their first like Farrell,
how fast they are,
Abrams,
essentially.
their first action. You know?
Yeah, are they moving quickly to the ball? Are they,
Yeah.
are they making their tackles? I think that so far we could probably say the defense at least looks like it's well coached. Who knows whether it's going to be schematically good, or whether it's going to be effective. But the guys look like they know what they're doing.
I'm excited for this year's Gunther's Goons, which is what I'm gonna.
So stupid.
I'm gonna call them that every
That's
year, and you
dumb.
can't fucking stop me. I'm calling that every year. He's the defensive coordinator. I don't care.
Cleve Farrell looked great out there.
Yeah, he looked good.
A lot of people been shitting on him because he hasn't been making, the splashy headlines.
Because he's not
so far.
Josh Allen.
Yeah,
Let's be honest with ourselves.
I mean,
I'm not saying as a player, but like name, because everyone. Let's be honest. We all wanted him. We all wanted Josh Allen. We all,
Probably.
I read all the articles and everything
Probably.
was saying.
I mean, I wanted Josh Allen, but
Yeah,
but hey, fuck it. Farrell's a Raider now.
Yeah, you're right.
And
We gotta stick with our boys.
And I love what I saw from him after one game.
Oh, yeah, for
I think
sure.
that he hustled to the ball. I think that he made some great stops. That one quarterback scramble for only 2 yards. Any previous Raider defense, that would have been like a 15-yard quarterback scramble.
He didn't give up on the play.
Yeah.
He kept his eye on the ball.
And then the one play he actually impacted the pocket, and his relentlessness caused a sack for Key. And I think that a lot of those would-be sacks that Key had last year, with a guy like Farrell, who's just never going to give up on the other side of the ball on third down, I think that you're going to see a guy like Key start getting production sack-wise.
Let me give you an over-under for Key for sacks. 10 sacks. Is it possible for Key?
I take the under. I don't think that anybody on this team is going to have enough snaps and or talent to get 10 snaps. 10 sacks, sorry. Like Farrell's going to be there on every down because they want, like Colton Miller, they kind of want to put him into the fire.
He's the fourth pick.
And harden him, and
Yeah.
So Farrell's going to get every single snap that he can get. But I don't think he's going to get 10 sacks. I just think that it's going to take some time for him
I'm
to
saying
develop.
Key, not Farrell.
No, yeah, but
Okay.
what I'm saying is that besides Farrell, who would probably have the best chance of getting 10 sacks just based off of pure volume of plays,
Yeah.
those other guys are going to rotate.
Yeah.
So I think that even if Key's sacks go up, I would say 6. I would say the
Would you be happy with 6 as a Raider fan?
Absolutely.
That's development?
Because I think he's going to get 6. And then I think that there's going to be other guys that are coming in here and peppering in like say Crosby gets himself 2 sacks.
Hope so.
That would be nice from a 4th round pick who's playing on a rotational basis.
Yeah, that's probably what you can expect, right?
Yeah. We're not trying to blow air up anybody's ass. I don't think we're gonna have 10 sack guys across the line, but I think that we might see more guys with numbers across the board. I think that if we're lucky, we'll see like Cleve Farrell get 4 sacks.
Well, we can.
I think Key might lead the team. I think Key might lead the team in sacks with 6.
I mean, it depends. I don't know. I mean, like you said, Farrell is going to be the 3-down guy. Key's going to probably, he's going to be put in there situationally. So, obviously he's going to be, that's his one job, just fucking tackle the quarterback.
He probably won't be coming off the field in the fourth quarter unless you have the lead.
You saying Key?
Yeah. Like he's going to be like a fourth quarter guy playing most of the fourth quarter if you're down. Which
I don't know.
We might.
I don't know.
You just got to pin your head back and get a sack on the quarterback.
I feel like he's going to be a little bit more. I mean, yeah, I guess it's all like game situationally based.
He's a situational player.
Yeah.
Whenever they know that it's going to be a passing play, they're going to try to get Key onto the
So
field.
not to say that he's strictly like a 3rd-down guy or whatever, but I mean it's all situational.
Yeah.
But I mean, I hope Farrell has more because number one, he's our 4th pick this year, and he's going to have more snaps. But I mean, 6 sacks from Key. I think you got to be like, oh, good.
From 0 to 6 sacks
well, from 1. He got 1.
Or 1.
It's progress. It's like 600% more.
Yeah. Moving on to our other first-round pick, I think that Jonathan Abrams it was like a sigh of relief. Oh, he's kind of for real.
He's a mouth, but he can back it up.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see this guy as an average Joe, don't know much about football, even though I think I'm a head coach.
And a GM.
Yeah, and a GM. And a GM.
And a quarterback.
Everything. I mean, I'm good at it all. I'm good at it all.
The towel boy.
I'm a Renaissance man. But I think that you can see him plainly on the screen making plays. You can see him running around.
Effort.
Effort. Like, and I'm not trying to say that he's going to be this caliber of player. And I'm not saying that he has as good hair, but almost like how you could always see Troy Polamalu on the field.
Great hair.
For the Steelers.
Great hair.
Yeah. I think that
Head and Shoulders. I miss those commercials.
Wow. All right.
Am I the only one?
Yeah, can you just stop? Can you just stop?
Sorry,
Head and Shoulders.
I was just trying to talk about something that mattered.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. But
you get the fuck out of here.
No, I mean, I think that you can tell Troy Polamalu out efforted everybody on the
yeah,
field.
okay, but that's not to say I don't think Abrams is going to be in the same mold as a Polamalu. Like, will he ever be that guy who can make his own, like even like an Ed Reed, like the guy who like makes his own decisions? Yeah, I don't know yet. Yeah, he hasn't played a fucking snap yet, or like a real snap. Let's calm down. But will he at least be able to hold on to that legacy of the 2-4? Cool seeing him and Charlie in the last episode.
Yeah.
Like saying don't fuck this up. Yeah.
I'm really fascinated by John Abrams because one thing that we didn't really see too much of him last week was man coverage.
Mm-hmm.
And as a safety, that is usually where a lot of guys are exploited and kind of weeded out from the starters. And in my opinion, we know that he can play the ball. We know that he could play the running back in the run game and play a physical type of defense. I want to see what happens when he gets isolated by a slot receiver or a big tight end and he has to play man coverage. That is going to be the thing that decides whether he's going to be a good safety or not. Because there's plenty of guys that can play with physicality at the position and knock heads near the line of scrimmage. But a lot of those guys aren't starters because they can't actually cover.
Yeah. I mean, as a... listen, he's a first-round pick, but obviously everyone kind of develops their games over years. And but I think at least from this first preseason action, again, very small sample size, but at least he's a ball hawk. You know what I mean? Like his eyes are towards the ball, towards the play.
Yeah.
I mean, whether he's going to get burned by some of the quicker guys in the league, who knows yet.
Yeah, it depends. I think that we might play a little bit more zone this year. Getting our safeties back there at the eyes towards the line of scrimmage because they're particularly well at like breaking on the ball.
Well, now you have a lot more athleticism than you had last year.
Yeah.
We got rid of Reggie Nelson's little
his
little jazzy scooter.
Dude, I think we've mentioned our hatred of Reggie Nelson every single.
Ever recorded. Doug Martin's next for me. I'm ready to fucking just explode on him every time I mention that name.
Fuck Doug Martin.
Fuck Doug Martin, dude.
My fantasy league depends on it. My fantasy team.
Taking carries away from Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs.
How the fuck did Doug Martin get like 700 yards last season? I mean, he had a fucking fumble in every game, but like I don't like
because 700 yards isn't really that big of a deal anymore.
I mean, it's not, but like I feel like he came in like halfway through the season because like we had Marshawn.
Mm-hmm.
So it just still boggles my mind how he got 700 yards. But anyway, I digress. I don't even want to talk about him. God, now I'm upset.
God,
fuck.
fucking Doug
I'm in
Martin.
a bad mood now.
Because he's gonna make he's gonna.
Of course he is.
Roster.
Of course he is.
He's gonna make the roster. And we have to wonder how many snaps is he gonna take from Jacobs and then possibly fumble.
How many fucking fantasy points am I gonna lose on this dumbass? Is Washington making the team?
I think so.
You think so? We're gonna roll with 4 running backs. You think? Even with a rookie, like a guy who has plenty of treads on the wheels.
We have a lot of wide receivers too, but
a lot of gumbo in the kitchen.
Wow. That was a bad.
I'm
That
pulling
was
out-
a bad euphemism.
Pulling out my metaphor. Oh, here's my metaphor bag. Let me pull out one more. I don't even think that's a metaphor.
So you have Martin, Jacobs, and then one more running back. And I don't even want to pencil Rashard in because he hasn't even made much of a peep this offseason.
He hasn't, but I feel like guys like
maybe
that,
they're saving him.
That doesn't scare me.
Maybe they're just saving him.
This is a guy who we know who he is and he can play. So, like shit like that doesn't scare me. Speaking of that, let's talk about Antonio Brown's feet. That was disgusting.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine though.
He'll be fine, but like, oh boy, that was hard to look at.
Yeah, Gruden said he expects that he'll be there for week 1.
They were like, it looked like little pieces of seaweed hanging from the bottom of his foot, like dead skin.
Mm-hmm.
That was.
It's bad. Yo, blisters suck. I've had some pretty gnarly ones. Not that bad, but I mean, he just needs time off of his feet at this point.
Yeah, he needs to relax. He needs to go to a spa, get a whole fucking day where it's just off his feet.
Petty.
He needs a mani and a petty. Yeah.
No, I feel bad. I feel bad for AB because everybody in the media was talking shit
Dude,
about him.
Dude, fuck ESPN. Fuck Adam Schefter. Like that's fucking journalism.
The helmet and everything.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? He was within all of his rights. Like the union and the league. Like
he just filed an appeal.
Yeah.
Just filed an appeal, and then everyone was like, "Oh, Antonio Brown's not gonna come back to camp unless he gets to play in his helmet."
Fuck them. I don't know.
He's like, yeah, I filed the appeal. I'm upset about it. I look forward to being back with my team. Like what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
These are all non-issues that but it's like bored fucking dumb pieces of shit like Adam Schefter looking for like
they're trying to paint him into a character that he is.
And we always get shit on. Like I feel like the Raiders are always like people love to fucking. I mean, okay, so we've not done a lot of winning in the last 20 years, so it's like people like to point like just fucking pick at the shitty teams.
Yeah. But can you imagine being Antonio Brown, right? And, talking to your agent, and your agent tells you that you can't wear the helmet, and he says, well, can we file an appeal? It's like, yeah, we can file an appeal. And then the next day, like, you open up ESPN.com, it's like, Antonio Brown threatening to retire if he doesn't get to wear his old helmet.
Yeah.
Like, they're trying to paint this guy into someone that he's
not.
But,
dude, everyone wants AB to play. The NFL wants AB to play. AB wants to play. The Raiders want him to play. Everyone wants him to play. So they're going to figure it out. But, like...
Yeah, the way to get clicks
is
to threaten that the guy that everybody wants to watch
you want
not play.
You want the story. You want the fucking,
But it's bullshit journalism, man. That's
it is.
shit.
That's not,
Like... I'm not gonna respect or value anything
people
you
brought
say
up
when you do
a fucking interview that he did 8 months ago or some shit where he was like, I don't need to earn anything.
He was talking about Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it doesn't. That's totally irrelevant.
I had to explain that.
That is grasping at straws.
I had to explain that to my parents who are Raider fans. That they don't like follow every single thing in the offseason. They're like, oh, did you see that video about him saying he doesn't have to earn money ever again and blah 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 over a helmet? I'm like, no. That was not over a helmet. Like they cut it in a way where people made it look like he was threatening to hang it up because of the helmet. Yeah. No, it's because of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah. That's all. That's over with.
It's bullshit journalism.
It's shit. But whatever. What else can you?
I feel like that's not even us as like Raider fans. Like I feel like that's just like common sense too. I'm upset about it because it's my team. But like this, I mean, I feel like. That's just like just common sense. You know what I mean? Like this is what happens every year.
But I mean, and this is not like a political statement or anything like that. But we live in a time where clickbait, news and journalism is a big thing. I mean, it just
absolutely. I mean, you're competing. You need clicks, and you have so much competition out there because we're so oversaturated.
So I mean, it's not even.
I will be honest though. I got a little paranoid because. I don't know what to believe after the whole Khalil Mack thing, because I think all of us were super adamant that he wasn't going to get traded, hearing it from all different media sources and shit like that. So, and then, what happened, and we were wrong, and so now I'm a little bit more paranoid to think, you know what I mean? I'm a little slower to, to call bullshit on things, but...
Yeah, you got PTSD.
Absolutely.
It is what it is.
I'm like a returning veteran right now.
But I mean, I didn't believe any of it, and I think that
Whatever. Fuck them.
Yeah,
Fuck Adam
seeing him
Schefter.
come back and tell how he's excited to play and everything like that. I'm totally pumped for him to get on the field and produce for us, because I think that having him on the team,
He changes things.
it changes our season.
Absolutely.
It completely changes our
Absolutely.
season. And that's why everybody doesn't want him on the field, or they want to paint it like he's not going to be on the field. Because I think that he's going to completely change our team's trajectory.
Question. How many 1,000-yard receivers are we going to have this season? Kind of an ambitious question, but...
I thought we talked about this, but one of the previous episodes that no one watched.
Yeah, no one cares anyway, so...
God, I just... It might be Kool-Aid, but I want Tyrell Williams to be a 1,000-yard receiver so bad, and I truly believe in him.
That's like going full Jamestown.
I truly
Drinking that
believe
Kool-Aid.
in him as a 1,000-yard receiver. So I would probably say 2.
So AB, right, goes
yeah,
unsaid.
AB
and Tyrell. If we have 2,000-yard receivers, does that automatically equate to like 8 wins? Because that means the offense is going pretty well.
I don't think so.
Or we put up garbage points.
Well, not necessarily points. Yards don't equate to
True,
points.
true. But I mean, you think you're getting, if something is working. If you've got 2 guys who are stretching the field that far,
You still got to play defense. Mm-hmm. And
our defense has improved this year. It's not
it is improved.
It's not the fucking garbage dumpster fire that it was last year.
The other teams play too. They get better too. That's kind of my point, where I think we definitely improved, which is why I think we're gonna have 2,000-yard receivers this year. We didn't have a 1,000-yard receiver last year.
It's because our best receiver
Was Jared Cook, a tight end.
yeah.
So I think we'll have 2. We're gonna have massive improvements, but I also don't think 1,000 yards is the same.
Someone's doing yard work right now.
I don't think 1,000 yards is the same achievement that it was in yesteryears.
It still means something's going. If you
Like,
have 2 though, that means something's going right.
Did the Rams have like 212 or 1,300-yard receivers last year?
I don't think so. I mean, Brandon Cooks is probably their... Oh, you're going to look it up?
Yeah.
Brandon Cooks is probably their biggest guy. I mean, because Cooper Kupp got injured halfway through the season. I don't even know who their 3rd best receiver is.
Okay, so Brandon Cooks had 1,200. And then the other one was Robert Woods, wasn't he?
Oh, Robert Woods is a scrub, though.
Not anymore, dude.
No, I mean...
You got to get with the time.
Are you kidding me? He's like the 3rd receiver on a good team, so he's going to get production.
He was the 2nd receiver. He had 1,200 yards
Just because
year.
Cooper Kupp got in. He had 1,200 yards?
He had 1,200 yards
okay,
and 6
but
touchdowns.
You have to be on like
6 touchdowns.
Oh, because he's on a super team with Todd Gurley, Brandon Cooks, Cooper Kupp for half
and
the
Robert
season.
Woods. Like, he's part of that
fuck
super
you.
team.
He's still a scrub. He's still that stupid Bills receiver.
Hell
to me.
No. You must have drafted him. You drafted him on the Bills. You drafted him on the Bills, didn't you? Admit it.
He's a scrub. He's a scrub.
No, he's not.
I don't care. I'll say it to his face. Come see me, Robert Woods, you scrub ass bitch.
He had just as good as a stat line as Brandon Cooks did last year, dude.
Yeah, because he's got a super team around him.
And Brandon Cooks did. Why? If he's better, then why didn't he have better stats?
Brandon Cooks is a better fucking receiver than him.
But he got nearly the same amount of yards, 1,200 yards.
He had Todd Gurley and Sean McVay's an offensive genius, so that's what I chalk it up to.
So did Brandon Cooks.
Don't make this about Robert Woods. Why are you on his dick so hard?
No, I just think you're dumb. I'm just pointing out you're stupid.
Oh, I'm the guy who doesn't like Robert Woods, and I'm fucking dumb.
But anyway, 2,000-yard receivers is only so important.
No, I get that, but I mean, I'm just saying that that means something's going right. It means the offense is clicking. We're getting production. We have the capability to do that.
We're functioning, I would say.
Okay.
I wouldn't say clicking. I would say that it's very easy to get yards in this NFL.
Being a functioning alcoholic, I know exactly what that word means. And that means your life's going okay.
Not really.
Not great.
Not really.
But, it could be going worse, too. The defense is gonna, determine our wins and losses. We've got a lot more talent on the ball. We just talked about Farrell and Abrams.
We don't really have too much more to touch on with the defense other than Max Crosby got injured.
Yeah,
He should be. I saw a tweet today that said he should be back by possibly week 3 of the preseason.
Oh, that's fine.
He's just gonna miss one game.
I liked his work ethic though, where he's like, just put the cast on. Yeah, I want to go back out. Like that was good. He's no Ollie. Who's like, Coach, I can't turn my fat gut around any more times, or else I'm gonna pass out.
You saw John Gruden was asking, "Where's Max Crosby? Where's Max Crosby?"
He cares.
Yeah, he likes him. I'm telling you,
he likes him. I know. I've gotten those texts before.
Max Crosby, he's got the potential to
He is one X away from being a porn star in his name.
I know. You said that the last episode. No one listened.
I think it's funny.
He's got
That's definitely why no one listened.
I think that he's got the potential to earn himself some serious playing time, and a year from now, he could be the type of guy Gruden will be like, yeah, he's competing for a starting position.
Why has no one mentioned Trayvon Mullen yet?
He hasn't done too much yet.
He's our second round pick. I want to see something. I want to know what his face looks like. I want to hear his voice.
He had an interview on the Raiders YouTube.
Okay, the YouTube channel.
Yeah,
I probably saw.
It was the one where it was. He said he was supposed to be rooming with John Abrams, and Jonathan Abrams requested Carl Joseph because they were both safeties, and Carl Joseph
makes sense.
Carl Joseph wanted to be his roommate too.
That makes sense.
So in the interview that Trayvon Mullen did, they asked him who his roommate is, and he's like, some offensive lineman. I don't know his name.
Oh, it's probably Colton.
No, some dude who got cut.
Oh, okay.
It was some dude who got cut.
Fair enough.
So that kind of sucks, but yeah, I mean, I think we pretty much covered it all, right?
Defensively, yeah, I mean.
Defensively, I mean, offensively, there wasn't too much else to the episode. I mean, or even the preseason game 1. I mean, there was the whole Keelan Doss thing. I don't think that Keelan Doss is gonna make the team.
Nah,
but
hey, it's a fun story.
Yeah. He's an Oakland kid.
He's a local guy, yeah.
Yeah. But because if you want to go down the list, it's Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams, J.J. Nelson,
Hunter
Renfrow.
I think Ryan Grant's going to be an odd man out, though.
And then
8 men.
Right? Dwayne Harris.
Dwayne Harris, yeah.
He's our kick returner.
Yeah.
So then at that point, you got to say, what, one more receiver?
It has to be 8 men, right? You think 8 men has to beat out Doss?
Well, we haven't heard too much about 8 men so far.
True. But
I think that they like him, and I like him because he gives something that the rest of the wide receiver group doesn't give, and that's just vertical length.
Yeah.
He's a tall guy.
Over Ryan Grant, probably, though.
Yeah.
I like, if someone's going to make the team, him over Grant, I would think.
Yeah, I would say so. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
Because I mean, 8-man is taller than all of our tight ends.
He's one of those guys you just bring in when you're in the red zone, throw it in the corner, kind of, and yeah.
Yeah.
We do have to mention though in the episode, J.J. Nelson, what an amazing catch that was.
Yeah, in the preseason
game.
He made
a great fucking catch.
I've got high hopes for him, man.
No, I think
he produced some yards and some production.
He's like
in Arizona.
Would you call him like a top, 2 receiver? If he was our second receiver, let's say. Hypothetically, let's say Brown, Antonio's feet gets fucked up, or whatever. I'm talking hypothetically here. He's out for a month. So we have to roll with Tyrell Williams and J.J. Nelson. Would you feel comfortable with that?
With Hunter Renfrow, yeah.
Yeah. Renfro's a third, yeah.
I think our depth plays a key role in that. I would say that as a wide receiver number 3, J.J. Nelson has the possibility to be like a top 10 number 3 in the league.
In the league?
Yeah, he has the potential for that.
I feel like
because J.J. Nelson has the potential to get like 5 or 6 touchdowns out of nowhere, like 300 yards and 5 or 6 touchdowns. He's gonna be.
Is he like your sleeper pick for the Raiders, as far as offensive weapons?
I think the whole slot receiver position is. I think I told you this. I think that Hunter Renfrow, is going to be super valuable. He's probably going to start for us.
I love that like ET looking motherfucker. He's
So weird.
He's got such a long neck and big ears. He's weird looking, but like if you catch the ball, you can look like Buddha, and I don't care.
So
I don't know why I said Buddha. It was the first weird person that came in my mind.
Whatever. Let's not go there. I just think that the rotation of Renfroe, J.J. Nelson, and whoever that last guy is going to be, because Dwayne Harris will probably just be a sole returner at this age. At this age, he's getting up there in age too.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the X factor to this offense. That squad position right there is going to allow us to do so many different things. John Gruden's a very creative play caller. We're going to be able to do a lot of different things in a lot of different scenarios. You're going to be able to put Antonio Brown in the slot. You're going to be able to put, Hunter Renfroe out there wide too.
I feel like we can have like a diverse range of like packages or like receiver setups. Definitely we've got the depth. So I feel like so our top 3 receivers like Brown, Tyrell, and even JJ, they all specialize in the same, like they're all speedsters to me, right? Like guys who stretch the field. I feel like Brown is probably a lot. I mean, he's a complete package because he's shifty. I feel like he can run any route you want him to run.
He's the queen on the chessboard.
Absolutely, no, absolutely. You give him something to do as a receiver, and he can do it. Tyrell, I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't watched many Chargers games in the past, except for when we were playing them. Why would I?
Yeah.
But from what I just saw, like his scouting reports and shit. Put your gun away. He's like a speedy guy with good hands, and I feel like J.J. Nelson is like a lesser Tyrell Williams, as I understand it, with very limited, game tape watched.
Okay, so professional amateur general manager of the Oakland Raiders right here. Slash coach slash quarterback. Tyrell Williams coming out of college, I think he went to San Diego State, was one of my most underrated prospects. I'm probably
what round did he go in? Do you know?
Undrafted.
He went undrafted.
Or 7th round. He's something like that.
Interesting. Okay.
So I might be adding like 2 inches to his height right now because
and his dick.
Yeah, and his dick because I'm looking forward to him. But I think he stands at like 6'4", might be 6'2". I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay. Not super tall.
But he's got long arms. He runs a 4.4 flat.
Mm-hmm.
He's super fast. He runs the streak route as good as anybody else. So the difference between him and a guy like J.J. Nelson is that he's probably got, in my opinion, about 6 inches on J.J. Nelson, and he runs the vertical route like it's no one's business.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he runs the slant, the 2. He runs that with extreme precision, and he's one of those guys when he gets the ball on that slant around the 4-yard line and just gets it.
Sounds like we gotta do a video on him. We gotta do a video on him.
We probably do, because when he gets the slant inside, he'll go for a touchdown. He's that fast, and he's so good at it. He's so good of a runner in the open field. Once he gets a little bit of space, he's gone.
Well, I think it's super telling that he was probably Mayock's number 1 receiver in free agency.
He was going to be our number 1 receiver.
And then we got Brown, but it was like your best case scenario.
Yeah, I'll do those mock off seasons and select for every player on the team before the season. And Tyrell Williams was my number 1 receiver as well. Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, again, Brown was the dream scenario that you like, the thing you fantasize about.
Most fans wouldn't even have put that into their mind at the beginning of the season.
Would you be confident going into the season if we didn't have Brown that Williams could be the number 1 receiver?
Absolutely.
Would you be confident in a Williams and
we have 2 number
Nelson?
1s. It's 1A and 1B.
No, I agree. Yeah.
I mean, that's the way I view it. So.
Plus, you've got Renfroe, and then you've got even Jacobs, who's a good route runner. So
we have a lot of depth, but I think that also at the top end of it, we've got 2 guys that we could depend upon.
Yeah.
And they definitely both have 1,000-yard years each.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
So you predict 1,000 yards for Tyrell as well?
I would say somewhere in the ballpark of 1,000 yards for Tyrell Williams, and I would say 1,400 yards for Antonio Brown.
It's a hell of a season.
Yeah.
What do you leave in there for Jacobs then?
Josh Jacobs?
Yeah. No, the other Jacobs.
Well, I would say that Josh Jacobs is going to probably get somewhere in the ballpark of 700 rushing yards and another 300 to 400 receiving
So I think
yards.
it's 1,000-yard scrimmage yards, though. I would say that's a pretty good season. Like
I would say all
you're
purpose.
definitely still in the running for offensive rookie of the year. Which again, he's gonna have every opportunity to do. And hilarious tweet, by the way, Josh Jacobs. The reason you haven't seen me on Hard Knocks is because I'm hiding from the cameras. You, sir, should be a comedian. Get off the football fields. Get on the stand-up mic circuit.
I didn't think it was that funny, but I thought that maybe you have a better sense of humor than I do.
I don't.
But I just looked at it like a proud father.
The kid just graduated 8th grade.
Yeah, and he's just like,
You
yeah.
stand up that little diploma,
Yeah,
and you're like,
I don't want anybody to look
and
at
you're
me.
like, that came from my ball sack. Like,
Yeah.
that's mine.
Yeah, that
swam
yeah.
out of me.
I shot that into another woman's vagina.
Yeah.
Created that guy.
Exactly. That is
Yeah.
my.
It came
thing.
out the wrong skin color and everything. All me.
I don't know how that happened, but yeah, it's me.
Yeah. But no, I was just proud that I was kind of worried about Josh Jacobs the most out of all of our rookies, just in terms of
Well, experience-wise, he has probably the least amount of snaps / experience.
he wasn't even like the top dog at Alabama. He wasn't in the spotlight there, so I was just concerned. I wanted to see how he would react to being a rookie running back for the Oakland Raiders, because it's kind of a big deal.
It is a big deal.
We haven't heard anything from him, and that's probably what I want to hear. I don't want to hear him get hurt.
Exactly.
And I don't want to hear him say anything.
It's one of those.
And he's been quiet.
He's keeping his head down. If you're not hearing about anything about him, it means he's doing his job. It means there's no, everything is as expected.
Yeah, his personality is already better than 80% of the running backs in the league.
Yeah, he's quiet. He doesn't fucking talk shit. Yeah, absolutely.
And he's healthy.
Yeah.
So knock on wood.
Knock on wood. That's all we can ask for. Also, I love the knock on wood thing. That we should start doing that Gruden says.
Knock if you agree. I think it's gay, actually. I think it's pretty stupid.
I think you're gay.
It's like, yeah, I have no choice but to knock on this table.
Well, you're part of the team. You got to do the group thing.
I would rather him say, like, if you like what I'm saying, you're welcome to fucking cheer.
That's stupid. This is why you're not a head coach. Coach. It's like a cult. You have to be fucking part of this, or you're not. You have to be a fucking believer, or you're fucking out of here. If you want to be on this team, you got to fucking knock on that wood every single time they ask.
And me, as someone who's a smartass, I would knock on the wood, and then in my head I'd be like, this fucking asshole.
You would be cut because they can.
Yeah, because he could read my. Yeah, he could read my mind.
Yeah.
All right. Can you read my mind? What I'm about to do?
You're an idiot. I don't know.
I'm about to end the episode. End the episode.